Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week. Oh, no, this is your June bonus reading. I'm never going to get that right, but we're going to jump right in here, Leo. You have this options card. It says many options are becoming available to you. You have this Phoenix. It says they couldn't stop you. You're coming back stronger. There you go. So I think you're accomplishing a lot. I think some of you, maybe you've recently accomplished something great. So this could be like getting a job or, graduating from school or whatever. And so, again, some of you I feel need to kind of, it's almost like you need to ride on that wave, right? Sometimes we catch a wave in life and we just need to keep it going. So if you've recently had a victory or if you've had a win, I think this is saying you need to kind of ride that wave for as long as you possibly can. I think it'll lead to more improvements, like more happiness. And, I'm a big fan of creating positive snowballs in life. So anytime something good happens for me, no matter how big or how small it is, I always try to expand it or do something to make it bigger. So like practicing gratitude is a great way to do that. Or if it's something that you can repeat it, right? So I'm a big fan of doing that stuff. You have the Hierophant here. The Hierophant is about your beliefs. I do believe that Leo is going through a major change in their beliefs. I mean, it shows up in your astrology as far as I'm concerned. And, this is Chris's crappy astrology here. So, I look at Leo's astrology and I think that there are some old beliefs that I wouldn't necessarily say you're holding on to these beliefs. But, I think for Leo, it's more that there are certain things in life where you think to yourself, this is the way things should be. whatever that is, right? And you're like, according to my Leo rules, this is the way things should work, right? But it's like sometimes the world doesn't work that way. And I think what this reading is encouraging you to do is to kind of look at some of the new rules. Or, I don't really believe in rules, but, look at some of the new ways that things are being done in the world or in life. And you have the Eight of Swords, which literally, for the past 10 years that I've had this channel, I think you've been going through this for a very long time, where it's like you've had to look at some of the, older things that you've been through or through, some of the things that you've done, or maybe even you're in a career that's had a slow death, for example. That's one example that comes up here. But you have the Phoenix right here. So it's like whatever you're releasing is going to be reborn much stronger, like that card says. So I think the only person you're keeping stuck is yourself, if you feel stuck, right? With the Eight of Swords, some of you might not be stuck, but, I think all your readings really encourage you to, blossom or bloom into something new. And I do feel that what, Leo really needs to do is kind of use their skills. So you have certain skills that make you special. And I think that it's almost like you're attaching those skills to one thing, but I think that those skills could be translated into a billion different things. And that's what you need to realize. It's like you haven't been doing one thing for your whole life, right? Even if it feels like it, even if it feels like you've been in the same job for 30 years. It's like you've actually learned a lot. And a lot of the things that you've learned could lead to something else or are going to lead to this kind of Phoenix rising, powerful transformation that's going on here. You have the Eight of Wands, and Eight of Wands is a quick success or a quick conclusion. So I feel for a lot of you, you could be having kind of a quick success right now. Like I already said, this is coming up in the area of what's on your mind. So I think that you're thinking about it, and I think you need to ride that high or that wave, like I said, and you need to think about how can this translate to other areas of my life, or how can I make this something that I put into other areas of my life. You have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is about feeling left out in the cold or feeling like, you are lacking something. What I'll say is we go up to the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can be a card of lying, cheating, stealing, but really the Seven of Swords is a card of tactics, and it's a card of looking for better ways to do things. He's stealing those swords from an army that's in the background, so he doesn't have to go to war. And the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords really kind of say you need to call attention to your strengths, not your weaknesses. And that's what I would do with the Five of Pentacles, is make sure that you are focusing on the things that make you strong, or make sure that you're focusing on the things that lift you up, not the things that kind of drag you down. I do feel that you are hoping for financial change as well. In the area of your past, this is the energy that you're moving past. You have the Sun. The Sun is you. I mean, the Sun makes the whole entire reading more positive. It doesn't really matter where it shows up. So I kind of, and even though it's like the the past right here, it's almost like you're entering into the reading as the Sun, So I kind of feel like you're going like this throughout the reading. Your energy is flowing in that direction. So you're entering in as a Sun. I think that you need to be more playful right now as well. I do get a little bit of an energy here of you taking things too seriously. Even the polka dots in the tarot represent taking things too seriously. So whenever I see polka dots, I'm like, oh, maybe it's a time for you to be more playful or to be more exploratory, right? Explore the energies, explore new ideas, see what happens, and don't be too worried about like, what if this happens? What if that happens? Just be more playful with the energy. In the area of your very near future, you have the Four Cups. I kind of feel like you're getting a skeptical offer. It's like you're getting an offer that you are a little bit skeptical about, or you're not sure if it's going to work out. It's like you're saying to yourself, well, something hasn't worked out 3 times for me in the past, so I don't know if I can trust this next time or this next thing that's coming into my life, right? So I feel for a lot of you that you could be, it's like you're getting an offer, but you're kind of like, I'm not sure if this is going to work out. I'm not sure if this is going to go in my favor. I'm not sure if this is going to go my way. And really, I mean, like I said, that's kind of like the feeling I get here is that you're just like a little bit skeptical of something. It's not very, I thought I was going to get more on that, but we're going to clarify through here. We'll see. I think you're going to take advantage of whatever this offer is with this Fool card. I can't speak today. And so I feel for a lot of you that you're going to take a leap of faith towards an offer that maybe you're a little bit skeptical about. I do feel it could be a work offer for a lot of you. And I think that maybe you've been disappointed in the opportunities that you've had for work or in the opportunities that you could be getting. The interesting thing I'm getting here as well, Leo, is that I think someone is taking a risk on you as well. So that might actually be confirmation for you, because it's like maybe you haven't been getting an offer because who knows why. It's like maybe people think you're a risk, or maybe they think you're whatever, right? And, I kind of get that feeling here, but I also feel like something where you could, if you're going on an interview, for example, this month, it's almost like someone sees something in you and they take the risk. And I think that both people, you and them, are going to be really happy that you took the leap of faith or that you took the risk on this situation. So, I feel pretty good about this. You have the Nine of Wands. This is coming up in the area of your closest relationships. And the Nine of Wands, of course, is the wounded warrior. Some of you could be healing, or you could have your boundaries up. As I always say, I don't think this is a bad thing to have your boundaries up if you're getting into a new connection. So I wouldn't necessarily say that, to like this is something to worry about or that you should be concerned about. But, again, I do think you could open up if you wanted to with the Nine of Wands. I also just feel some of you are protecting your energy more. And again, I kind of feel this thing about something happening like 3 times already. So it's like maybe you've taken a risk. Maybe you've taken a risk on people 3 times. And it doesn't even have to be love. This could be in work or business. And you're kind of like saying, every time I take a risk on a person, or I let a person help me, or I let a person into my business or my love life, they kind of mess up. And I feel that some of you need to look at what you've learned here and say like, okay, moving forward, I'm going to pay attention to what I learned instead and not, make the same mistakes. So I get that energy here with the Nine of Wands that you like a little guarded, but I feel that you're going to be opening up. We'll see when we clarify. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Seven of Swords. Kind of in a funny way. I feel like you're getting away from something or getting away with something, but like not in a, I don't mean that in like a super sneaky toxic way, but he's sneaking away with these swords. And, if you're in a situation that you need to get out of, I feel some of you are like finding a way to get out of it, and you're doing it in a very tactical way. So, kind of interesting. It's almost like I feel like you feel that you're dodging a bullet, or that you're avoiding something that could be a disaster, right? And you're doing it in a very efficient way. I don't think this is a bad thing, but, I almost feel like this is you. So, again, I don't know. I kind of feel like this is a good thing, really. I personally, I read the Seven of Swords as a good card. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive no matter what. So I kind of feel like you're sneaking away with something, but like not like in a sneaky way. I just feel like maybe you thought that you were, going to lose your job and wouldn't have money. And it's like now you're finding a job where you're making more money or something like that. It's almost like you are getting away from something. At the end here, you have the Seven of Wands here. Seven of Wands, I feel that there could be an opportunity. I don't see this in the cards, so I'll just say that. So take it or leave it. But, I kind of feel like there's an opportunity, or, kind of my first gut intuition here is that you're not prepared for something, but you need to do it anyway. He is wearing 2 different shoes on this card. And the two different shoes kind of says maybe he had to like rush out of the house. He didn't have time to prepare for something. So I just get this like little feeling here, Leo, that some of you could be getting an opportunity this month of June where it's like you're not exactly prepared for it, but I would do it anyway, you know? And you even have 2 sevens. 2 sevens kind of represents internal fears that don't exist. So you might have some fears surrounding an opportunity that's being presented to you, but I would do it anyway because I think it's going to work out really well. With the Hierophant and the 8 of Swords, you have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a card of like a new beginning or something new coming in for you. So I feel like there could be a new beginning coming in for you with the Page of Wands. I feel like you could be kind of like starting something new as well. With the Page of Wands, you're feeling like refreshed to me, enthusiastic. I feel like you're much more excited. Even with the 7 of Swords as well. You know, again, he's like playful. You know, he has those polka dots on his cloak. He's kind of, you know, taking his first risk. I wonder if that's what you're doing here. It's almost like, you know, this is going to sound weird, Leo, but it's almost like you're doing something that could be like a little cringy, right? Or, you know, you're doing something that could be a little, you know, like outside of, you know, like something a little bit more playful. You know, it's kind of funny because, like, I'm a Black Moon Lilith in Leo. So just like describing the Leo energy, right? And, you know, the thing about Black Moon Lilith in Leo is that Black Moon Lilith and Leo people, it's like they need to learn how to be actors. They need to learn how to be playful. That's how you work with the energy of Black Moon Lilith in Leo, right? And it's like when I was a kid, I had no imagination. I was just like super serious. I was like learning about bugs and shit like that when I was a kid, right? And I didn't watch cartoons or any of that. So it's like I had to learn how to be playful. And the reason I'm telling you this is because that's what I feel here with the 7 of Swords. Is like I feel like you need to learn to be, it's like you're learning how to be playful or something like that. I don't know, it's popping into my head. With the 8 of Wands, you have the Page of Cups. I feel like you could be communicating with a new person as well. So if you want love, you know, again, it's like you've been disappointed before, but you're probably going to take the offer. So if you want love, I feel this could be a new person coming in for you. I think it would be worth the risk as well. I think it's going to be, you know, this could be something that really makes you happy or leads to a lot of abundance in your life. With the 5 of Pentacles, you have the 9 of Wands. Yeah, a little closed off here. So we have the 9 of Wands twice, and I think that the 9 of Wands is saying it's time for you to open back up, or it's time for you to open yourself up to the universe or to the world. I think it's time for you to learn new things. I think it's time for you to, you know, explore more into the world as well. With the Sun, you have the 2 of Pentacles. You know, I think you're getting away from that this or that thinking, which we talk about with you in other readings as well, Leo. And the 2 of Pentacles sometimes I think can be thinking things have to be this or that, but maybe you're starting to discover the middle path, right? It's like you're discovering that things are not always as they appear. Sometimes things are worse, or sometimes things are better than they appear, or sometimes you can make things better even if they seem worse. And I feel that you're discovering the middle ground. It's like you're discovering that things don't usually go the way that you think they're going to go in the first place. And I kind of see this as you opening up more to risk, or you stepping outside of comfort zones, right? With the 4 of Cups, here you go, 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands would be a card of leaving your comfort zone. He has these ships that are on the water on the card, and those boats are kind of represent an opportunity for him to go on a great adventure, something that would expand him, something that he would grow with, something that he would be going somewhere where he doesn't know the rules, but he could learn them. And I feel for a lot of you that you are getting opportunities to learn, grow, step into new opportunities. I think this is very exciting, Leo. I really like where this is going. I think you're heading in a good direction. With the Fool, you have the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles is about kind of taking those first steps with the Fool. The Fool has to take the step, and then the step will appear. You know, the whole point of the Fool is that he's standing on this cliff. It's like there is a safer way. He could go this way, like down around the cliff. It's kind of hard to see, but he could go this way and maybe walk down it. Or he could realize that he's actually over-prepared for his journey. He knows everything he needs to know, and he could take that leap of faith, and the step will appear. And I kind of feel that here with the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles to me says you need to plant seeds in a direction. You need to take that first step to get something started in your life, and when you take that first step, then, you know, the way will appear. With the 9 of Wands, you have the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles card is of teamwork. 3 of Pentacles says teamwork makes the dream work. So anything that you're doing or working on could lead to a lot of success for you if you put in the work. Just that simple. I think that a lot of you are kind of putting in the work. I also feel like you need to show off more. I know that's not a problem for Leo, but I think more. I think you need to talk more about what you do in your life, or especially if you're doing something that requires attention, for example, or requires getting attention from other people. I think it would be an amazing time for you to like stand out, or to get attention, or to learn from more people, or to try to learn from more people as well. And that's what I would do with the Three of Pentacles. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is a card of taking a leap of faith. So, kind of like leaving a comfort zone as well. So I think you need to take a leap of faith is where I was going with that. To leap away from your comfort zones, which comes up for you all the time. I could probably just do one reading for Leo and just, that would be it, right? Although sometimes there's different stuff that comes up. But, I think it's time for you to kind of get out of a comfort zone. With that Seven of Wands, you have the Temperance card. See, I really feel like you're changing your situation. Like I said, it's almost like, to me, these words matter, right? So I don't want this to sound like toxic or something like that, but to me, it seems like you're getting away with something or getting out of something. And again, I do not mean this in like a toxic, bad way. It just seems to me like you feel like you're dodging a bullet, or maybe you thought you weren't going to have make money this month, or maybe you thought you were going to have a problem, but again, it seems to me like you're actually creating a turnaround in your situation, and this is clearly a good thing here, Leo. I feel like you're creating a turnaround, or you're finding success by doing things differently, or making the appropriate changes in your life. So this looks really, really amazing. I like this quite a bit. You have this Dark Man card. It says dealings with relationships with a man with dark complexion or hair. I always clarify these cards. You have this card that says a distant friend is thinking of you. So if you have a dark man friend, that person might be thinking of you. Maybe it would be a good time to reach out. You have this Broken Bridge. It says unsuccessful outcome to a problem, and it says October. I think you've been having these unsuccessful outcomes. We said this with that Four of Cups, that it's like, I feel like you've tried to do something a couple of times or a few times, and it's like now another opportunity is coming to you. I have a job popping into my head, so it's like maybe you've been trying to get a job, but maybe they basically tell you you're like too old, or that you're going to retire soon, or whatever the reason is, doesn't matter. But I actually feel like you're overcoming this, or you're going to be getting a job, or you're going to be getting something you want. You have this Happiness card. Yeah, I feel like it's clearly you enter with the Sun, so you're in a time of happiness. There is much more happiness coming in for you. You have this Diamond card. It says you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. I think that there are major gifts coming in for you. I also feel like you need to embrace your gifts. Again, you have superpowers that you need to use. It's like you're looking at it, I think I said this at the beginning of the reading, kind of. It's like you're looking at it and applying it to one situation, but I think your gifts could be applied to a million situations, and that's what you need to realize, is that this is like Leo unleashed, Leo out of the box. So I think if you could think that way, that's where you're going to expand. You have this Love card. Definitely love coming in for you if you want it. So it looks like an amazing love reading as well, but damn, Leo, I love this reading for you actually. So looks amazing. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.